Now, there is a benefit to that. Once they do find them, they get to have a conversation, which is a good thing. And that's why most billing and debt collection firms, if they haven't, they should probably have some skip tracing resources in place and probably get pretty good at it. Hello everyone, I hope all is good. Hey, I want to talk about something today that I think is sometimes overlooked, and that is what happens if you hang on to accounts too long when they're past due. Sometimes customers move, and when they move and you place those accounts with a third-party debt collection firm, then they're going to have to do some kind of skip tracing to locate the consumer, whether they need a good phone number or an updated address so they can communicate with them in the first place. Now, there is a benefit to that. Once they do find them, they get to have a conversation, which is a good thing. And that's why most billing and debt collection firms, if they haven't, they should probably have some skip tracing resources in place and probably get pretty good at it. Another thing is if consumers are left alone too long and they're not being notified or there's no attempts to communicate with them, then it kind of follows the old philosophy, out of sight, out of mind. They tend to forget about the debt. They think maybe it has gone away. They don't have to worry about it. So of course they're not doing any planning for it. And if they're not doing any planning for it, then trying to get them in the mode of accepting responsibility for a past due debt is going to be a little more challenging for a debt collection agency. And then, of course, there's something that's often overlooked, and it varies from state to state, but that is the statute of limitations. You can't let that run out. And what the statute of limitations is how long can you attempt to collect a past due balance before you no longer have the option of legal enforcement. So sending it to an attorney and then having the attorney take it through the legal process. Now that may vary from state to state. An example of that is North Carolina, for example. Like they have a 3-year statute of limitations. So if you try to place an account with a debt collection firm in, say, 4 years, from the date of delinquency, then they're probably not going to accept that account. And it's kind of like a total loss. Whereas if you have a state like Tennessee, they may have a 6-year statute of limitations on written contracts. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you should hold on to the account for 5 years and then place it. A lot of collection firms, they have a limit themselves on when they're willing to accept an account. Some of them won't accept anything more than 3 years, some 4 years, some 2 years. So it's a good idea to understand what is the industry average out there. And I think it's most collection firms, they might go as late as 3 years. Some will go a little deeper into, like, say, 4 years. But of course, if they go 3 years or 4 years, and you're in a state like North Carolina, for example, with a 3-year statute of limitations, then that's not going to give them any time to reach out to the consumer and try to negotiate resolution of the debt because they just basically have run out of time. But if you'd like to learn more about your particular situation, your state, the statute, and some effective strategies, then yeah, give me a call, send me an email. I would be happy to discuss options and also help develop some strategies going forward. So as always, be safe, don't take any unnecessary risks, and I hope to talk to a lot of you very soon. Take care. Hello, Sean Martin, Director of Business Engagement. So if you like this video, be sure to follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube. But don't forget to visit our website, check out the services we have to offer. Essentially, Partners Financial Services is a full-service accounts receivable management firm. So we specialize in billing, loan servicing, and debt collections. Some of the industries that we serve are the education industry, everything from a proprietary school all the way up to a college, university, higher educational level. Also banking, financial institutions, credit unions, and then a handful of miscellaneous industries that we do some debt collections for. So yeah, give us a call, send us an email, let us know what you have in mind. and we can see if our services can line up with your objectives and help you get in a better place than you are today.